Hi students, welcome to Bosco Campus Vision. I am Shankar Ganesh, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application, Don Bosco College, Kottayam. I am delighted to present a lecture on the subject Computer Fundamentals and Organization. This lecture is meant for Semester 1 BCA course of Kerala University. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the BIOS and CMOS. First, we can discuss BIOS. The basic input-output system may be referred to as the system BIOS or ROM BIOS. The BIOS holds the motherboard's firmware, which is nothing more than a set of instructions. It is the first software run when the computer is powered on. The fundamental purpose of the BIOS is to initialize and test the system's hardware components and to load the operating system. The BIOS provides a consistent way for applications and the operating system to interact with I/O devices like the keyboard, mouse, display, and other connected devices. Every computer with a motherboard includes a BIOS. The BIOS includes instructions on how to load basic computer hardware. The BIOS also includes a test referred to as a POST, that is power on self-test, which will ensure that the computer meets requirements to boot up properly. If the computer does not pass the POST, will receive a combination of beeps indicating what is malfunctioning within the computer. Next is functions of BIOS. The BIOS has four main functions. First one, POST. Test computer hardware, ensuring hardware is properly functioning before starting process of loading operating system. Second one, bootstrap loader. Process of locating the operating system. If capable, operating system located, BIOS will pass the control to it. Third one, BIOS. Software or drivers which interfaces between the operating system and the hardware. When running DOS or Windows, use complete BIOS support. Fourth one, CMOS setup. Configuration program which allows to configure hardware settings including system settings such as computer passwords, time and date. The BIOS has a menu-based user interface to make changes such as configure hardware, make changes to I/O ports, set the system time, enable or disable system components, set voltages for the CPU and memory, set the boot sequence, control fan speeds, set a BIOS and system password, and enable or disable virtualization support. Next is BIOS options. The first thing the computer does when it is turned on is to run a diagnostic program called the power on self-test or POST. The POST checks that all the motherboard components are functioning and can communicate with each other. The BIOS can be accessed at system startup with a particular key sequence. This is usually the delete key or the F2 key, but different manufacturers may have a different sequence to press. Next is CMOS. Working with the BIOS is a chip known as the complementary metal oxide semiconductor, that is CMOS. The CMOS holds the settings that is selected in the BIOS. CMOS is volatile in nature. That means it must be supplied with continuous power that is supplied by a battery. If the battery runs down, settings will be lost. CMOS is short for complementary metal oxide semiconductor. CMOS is an onboard battery powered semiconductor chip inside computers that store information. This information ranges from the system time and date to system hardware settings for the computer. The standard lifetime of a CMOS battery is around 10 years. However, this can vary depending on the use and environment where the computer resides. In this lecture, we have discussed the BIOS and CMOS. Hope all of you have understood the lecture. Thank you.